Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are checking out a game called Scarlet Hollow. This is a horror visual novel, choose your own adventure type game. It's actually a free download on Steam right now. Episode 1 has been released. It's a work in progress kind of game. So you can download episode 1, see if you like it, and then the full game, will be a paid release when it comes out with more of a full story. So it has a very positive reception on Steam. So I definitely wanted to check it out and see, if there would be a potential that I play the full game when it comes out. So let's go ahead and start a new game. Our name is Rettacera. We live in the city of Dreams. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we can be he, him, they, them, she, her. Be he, him. Traits unlock additional paths and dialogue options. Strong and athletic, pinnacle of fitness. Can shotgun a root beer in 3 seconds. Mystical. Street smart. Keen eye. Book smart. Hot. I feel like I would want to be keen eye. Let's go ahead and try that. We are observant, picks up on vibes, understands others' perspectives. Oh, we get to pick 2? Excuse me. Okay. I guess if I'm role playing as myself in this game, it would probably be keen eye and book smart. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't think I'm street smart or mystical. So you jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you've only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin... Here, let me fix my camera here, guys. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with the countless late-night stops and seedy depots that feel unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of her mother, your aunt, seems like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. Stranger. So anyway, as I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not even sure he stopped when he started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland, looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. And me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff. Pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Wait, what? Dude, what's wrong with you? Hell yeah, sounds awesome. Remain silent. Wait, what? Pushing joggers into the harbor? Yeah, teen stuff. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was going to call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend, and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad, though, and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and she was getting closer and closer to the edge, so soon enough, she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh, but we fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been off and on for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me for real, and geez, you ever get so mad you just want to kill somebody? Smile and pretend he didn't just say that. I knew you'd get me. We understand each other. Somebody trying to break your heart, that changes a person. Makes them want to do things they'd never thought they'd want to do. I honestly could have killed that woman. Ha! Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. But I don't know if I'm into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. Oh, keen eye, or diagnose him with a personality disorder. Let's diagnose him. Maybe it would help if you talked with somebody about these feelings, someone professional. Someone who could diagnose you with a personality disorder, because it sounds like to me you at least have a touch of ASPD, that's antisocial personality disorder. You can't help but feel a little smug after giving him your diagnosis. Nah, I don't need to do that kind of stuff. Bus strangers are the best therapists. I feel a lot better after talking to you. Anyway, where'd you say you were headed? Just a small town you probably haven't heard of. That's probably Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in these parts. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I'd know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way. Though actually, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the Holler, you see, and there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are. Thanks, but my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while. Now that I think about it, I should see if they're on Facebook, see how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die. Ha! He looks back at his phone, for once focused on something other than you. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Take the peanuts. You take the peanuts. Thanks. You're welcome. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. So we have soggy peanuts now. Good to know. And just like that, the stranger is gone. Gotta readjust my headphones here. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow, end of the line. Almost there. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus stop. Well, the sign reads bus station, but you calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as the bus pulls away, eager to leave you in this place behind. Hey, Rettacera. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Offered her your boiled peanuts as a condolence. Hey, Tabitha. Give her your condolences. Hey, Tabitha. Come on, let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Tip: dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths. Okay. I see. How are you holding up? Fine. Okay. Are you sure? You seem tense. You know you can talk to me, right? I went through something similar when my own mom passed. She tenses up even more at the mention of your mom before letting out a heavy sigh. Maybe it's a sore spot for her. You quickly apologize. I'm sorry. I know that's probably not what you're looking to hear right now. Look, I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine, really. Tabitha stares straight ahead, her expression tense and icy. So, the funeral. It's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. Need any help planning? Do you need any help planning? If you ever need help with errands or scheduling, feel free to ask. I know this stuff isn't easy. It's actually been fine. Just needed the coffin and somebody to dig a hole. Tabitha stares straight ahead, her expression tense and icy. I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, huh? Your cousin turns to stare at you, an icy hatred in her eyes. Maybe this would have worked to ease attention if she were someone else, but she isn't. She turns back to the road, her expression cold and unforgiving. Have we ever actually met before? I'm pretty sure this is the first time, right? Yep, you have your mom to thank for that. Or had, I guess. Is there bad blood between us? All I know is my mom left and she was mad at this side of the family, but I don't know much besides that. Your cousin stares ahead, her expression icy. Remain silent. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. Jeez, oh man. Look at this cliff face right here. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate, the old family homestead. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you, someone used to dingy apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning underneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. As soon as you enter, you're hit with a blast of dusty air. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering around anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen, and hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Compliment the architecture. The architecture here is breathtaking. Gothic revival reminiscent of Andrew Jackson, Downing if I'm not mistaken. Did you know he died in a boat fire? It seems like the sort of death that wouldn't happen very often. Color me marginally surprised. I didn't have you pegged as cultured. The estate was the prize jewel of this region for a long time. It's quite magnificent, quite a magnificent piece of architecture even now. Shall we take our tour? Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Cat. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Tip: some explore options prevent you from taking others. Choose carefully. Awesome, I love PB&J. How'd you know it was one of my favorites? That smile can't be real. I didn't, but good for you. This is so nice. It's much bigger than what I'm used to in the city. Is that a kitchen island? It is. Thank you. I might want to eat something other than PB&J this week. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries? Well, aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online, though, so I wouldn't be going with you. Sweet, thanks. Gonna be nice. Cool, good talk. Alright, what's next? Bathroom, follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Is that your cat? What's its name? Frou Frou. Do not try to pet her. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Good thing we did not try to pet her. Leave the cat be. You decide to follow Tabitha's advice. Shall we move on? The bathroom awaits. Listen, this is Tabitha's home, all right? We're gonna listen to Tabitha. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights, it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. Ooh. Wow. It's a nasty, wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Yeah, it's yuck in here. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Guess. Wait, are you sure this bathroom works? Are you sure this toilet works? Yes, why wouldn't it? The water bills get paid, therefore the toilet works. Now do your business so we can move on. You sigh in resignation. Okay, that's the spirit. Oh no! You lift the toilet seat, bug skitter from the bowl. Use the facilities. A toilet is a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing, and this is as good a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. The room smells old. Dust, mildew, wood rot. It has it all. A week of sleeping in this place might give you permanent lung damage. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you better be grateful. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. What's with all the boxes? Old family stuff. Offer to help. Do you need help moving them? Tabitha eyes you up and down for a moment. No. Who used to sleep here? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Many, many people have slept here, and now you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedroom being slept in. This room is amazing! What a great room. This is way nicer than what I'm used to. I can't say I'm surprised. Each and every piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique, handed down through the family for generations. This is not an IKEA bedroom, or whatever such nonsense you're used to in the city. I guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me, I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Some dialogue options will open additional conversation paths, some right away and others down the line. Let's save before we start making dialogue choices. Alright, I know that you hate your mom, but stop taking it out on me. Listen, I don't know what my mom did when she left, but that has nothing to do with me. You asked me to come here, but you're acting all pissed off that I actually came. Can't we just start fresh, now that it's just us? Okay, I'm sorry I've been testy since you've gotten here. You've been fine. I'm just under a lot of pressure right now. Please just stay out of my hair until later, okay? I have work to do. Is there a library in the estate? I couldn't fit too many books in my bag, and I'm not sure what else I should do with my time. There is, but as I said earlier, most of this building is off limits. And the library is in the West Wing, which is extra off limits. You're better off heading into town, which I'm pretty sure there's a library there. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. I didn't know we owned a coal mine. We don't own the coal mine. I own the coal mine. Your mother forfeited any claim to it years ago. Oh, good for you. That sounds pretty impressive and exciting. Good for you. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I don't think of it as boring or exciting in the same way I don't think of cleaning a toilet or painting a wall as either of those things. It's a task. That's a healthy mindset. Seems like a good way to look at a job. Instead of convincing yourself you have to be doing the thing you love the most, it's okay to just have a job. Yeah, exactly. Would I rather be doing something else with my life? Maybe, but I know I had to take over the company, so why think about that other stuff I could be doing? Okay, I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Your cousin leaves through the front door, and now it's just you. You and the sprawling, decrepit estate. Okay, go straight into the forbidden wings of the estate. Let's make a PB&J. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. A PB&J sounds exactly like what you would need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, plates, and a knife. Approach frou-frou. Let's not do that. Search the fridge. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading, Janie, stay out, in all caps. Below it, in separate handwriting, are the words, okie dokie. You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. Open all takeout, check mayonnaise, take jelly, grab ice cream. You could really piss Tabitha off. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is a plate, knife, bread, and some peanut butter. Better close this fridge and keep looking. You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Pantry. Ooh, there's a dead mouse in there. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Look closer. You squint into the darkness of the pantry. Behind the molded bread, and a single book lies forgotten. A thin layer of dust collected on its cover. You pick it up. You flip to a bookmarked page. Both calf's brain and aspic are unappetizing enough on their own, and you can only imagine how vile the combination of the two would be. What kind of person would call this their favorite food? No wonder your mom ran far, far away from this place. You shut the book and put it back in place. Take bread. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great, one step closer to a satisfying snack. All you need now is a plate, knife, and some peanut butter. Take the peanut butter. The king of nut butters, and only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. Plate and a knife. Close the pantry. Cabinets. This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware, and oddly enough, the utensils. Grab a plate and a butter knife. Listen, I'm not stepping on anybody's toes right now. Let's make the PB&J. Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you've successfully combined your 3 ingredients to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations, you can feed yourself. All of that hassle, and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. Let's check out the garden. Ooh. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. You don't think you want to go out there after all. Are you even up to date on your tetanus shots? Close the door behind you, return to the kitchen. All right. Not gonna perch frou-frou. The cat hisses as you draw near, but remains firmly in place. This is clearly frou-frou's spot on the counter. Back away. Congratulations, you've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? Settle into your room. Now that you've finally eaten, the aches and pains of the journey have started to sink deep into your bones. You stumble up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. Take a nap. Let's check the closet. Ooh, you can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. No way, you leave the doll alone. Put your spare clothes in the dresser. Ah, there's a possum! You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. And the possum lurks within. It is quiet but angry. Boiled peanuts! You hold out your still dripping bag of boiled peanuts. The opossum hisses in disgust, stiffens and begins to drool, feigning death. You close the drawer. You might as well leave it be. You open the top drawer next. It's empty. As good a place as you'll find to put your clothes. Based on the state of the house, you wonder if you'd have been better off keeping your clothes in your nice clean bag, but there's no going back now. Look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the bird song. Yeah, you definitely do just that, just not right now. This must have been an old relative of yours, very old, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you'd barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this, Mary Belle Scarlet, next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. Do we take a nap? I mean, I would be pretty tired having to be on a bus. You immediately collapse onto the bed. You're tired enough that being alone in a strange new place won't stop you from passing out. Or so you thought. You cough as a small cloud of dust rises up from the mattress. These sheets might be fresh, but everything beneath them might have been around to see the dawn of civilization. You try to settle in, but the bed is lumpy in strange places, and you can feel the springs pressing through the fabric. You might be tired, but you're far from tired enough to get in more than a few minutes of uncomfortable napping. It doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. I will not explore the forbidden winds in the estates. I'm going to go ahead and call it a video here before we head into town. Very interesting so far. I like the setting a lot, and I think it definitely, I could see it definitely being a, like, listen to that audio backtrack, a pretty spooky game. But we'll have to see, I guess. Like I said, lots of positive things about it on Steam, but I don't know much about it other than that it was highly reviewed. So hope you guys are enjoying Scarlet Hollow so far. If you are, consider leaving a like, subscribing to the channel. I upload content like this every single day, and I will see you back tomorrow with another video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.